have already stepped forward ready to pay some of the cost.
I think I know where this is going.
Under the conditions that it is designed to resemble a double-height Tokyo Tower, and they collectively retain the rights to destroy it at regular intervals.
Okay, now that makes sense.
In more recent news, Edward Elric's sentencing was carried out yesterday. For those not familiar with the trial, this past November, Mr. Elric was found guilty of stealing a priceless suit of armor, claiming that it held the disembodied spirit of his younger brother. The trial found him mentally unsound, and he is presently undergoing psychiatric evaluation at Kefka's home for the mentally unbalanced. The suit of armor has yet to turn up.
How do you lose a suit of armor that big?
In an unrelated story, local authorities have been getting numerous reports of strange clunking sounds coming from alleyways at night. Police are hesitant to draw a connection to the disappearance of numerous stray puppies and kittens.
Oh, kitty.
As we mentioned at the start of the show, music is definitely something we have in abundance, with not only Rides and Rebellion, but Psych Corporation and a few DJs for the dance parties we'll be having later on. It just so happens that we have another one of our musical guests with us, a chiptunes artist with multiple albums. Please welcome Professor Shy Guy. You can listen, please. If you want. There you go. Okay. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Do you have questions, or should I just talk?
I have questions for you, but if you want, you can go ahead and kind of introduce yourself first.
I don't know what you're going to say.
Okay.
Ask the question.
So, Professor, I've heard the term chiptunes tossed around quite a bit. You see various chiptunes artists performing at conventions here and there, but your style seems a lot more varied than many of the others. What would you say really sets you apart as an artist?
Most chiptune artists is just chiptune. I have a mouth that I sing with, and a guitar that I play while I do it, and a keyboard that I play. So it's more like a full pop rock type show. But like chiptunes is most of the background music, like from a Game Boy and stuff like that. So for those of you who aren't familiar with chiptune, it's basically made from a Game Boy or an NES or something like that, so it sounds like old video game music. But again, like I sing and play guitar and stuff over it. So yeah.
That was me.
Thanks. Can I go? Thank you guys. I'll play tonight at 8 p.m. Right here, so just come back here.
We have
8 p.m.
We have more. We had another question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Heartbreak.
Go ahead. I'll just leave you two alone. Thanks for that.
So chiptunes really brings people back to the days when 8-bit music represented the entire video game genre. Which game of that era do you think had one of the best soundtracks?
I really like Super Metroid. But I just really like Super Metroid. I mean, the soundtrack is also really good.
Good choices.
Man, it's the best game.
Yeah.
It really is so good. That is, I don't want to get them out of order. I don't
My
know.
line's next, actually.
Oh, your line's next.
See, right. We know you have a show coming up later tonight around 8 p.m., I believe, so I'll let you get back to setting up. So before you go, however, why don't you say if there's anything else you want to say to our audience before you go?
Well, I have 2 more panels tomorrow. At 2 p.m. I have a dating advice, and it's not as pretentious as it sounds. And then at 4, right, I have an acoustic set, where I'll be singing acoustic versions of the crazy electronic stuff I'll be playing tonight.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Professor Shy Guy, everyone. Anyway, as you, So, as you may know, shows like this are places to have fun, meet people, watch new anime, and just build great memories. So to prevent any confusion at this point in the program, we would like to present our top 10 things not to do at an anime convention. Number 10 is playing ring toss on the horns of Homestuck cosplayers. Yes, I know it's tempting. And you can even have different difficulty levels based on the floor of the hotel you're standing on, as illustrated by my handy diagram over here.
Why are you giving them ideas?
I'm not giving them ideas, I'm telling them not to. That's a story, I'm sticking to it.
What's a troublemaker? Always a troublemaker.
Number 9, being the 6 millionth person to sing the Pokemon theme at the karaoke.
Or the 100 millionth person to do a Final Fantasy skit in the masquerade.
Number 8, deciding that you want to keep a piece of the convention experience with you by taking home a wallpaper sample from your hotel room. Number 7, using your spending money, your food money, your gas money, and your rent money to get that one item in the dealer room you've always wanted. Bad idea. Unless it's an actual mobile suit, then just drive carefully. I don't care if it's a life-size alpaca plush.
Question with John. Weirdo.
Okay.
Says the bunny cop.
Number 6, attempting to create Coco Chanel's Ode to Fanboy by combining 3 hours of DDR, no shower, no deodorant, and leftover garlic bread. Number 5, attempting to find the fangirl of your dreams by carrying around a sign saying, looking for the fangirl of my dreams. Signs in general are just asking for trouble, but this is a special case. Age is tricky to manage. If she looks and dresses like she's 18, she's 16. If she looks 21, she's 14. However, if she looks 16, she's probably 30 or 12. Don't take the risk.
What if she looks 12? Then she's a cop.
Moving on. Number 4, glomping people without permission. Oh, come on.
Sweet cheese and crackers, are you okay?
Just illustrating a point, apparently.
Get your own fox.
All right, that's nice. Number 3, using the late night video rooms as an excuse to sleep as little as possible.
They want the fans to sleep, then why do they have late night video rooms?
Number 2, harassing the staff. We're here to make sure the convention runs smoothly and that you have a good time. Do we really look like the type of people you want to mess with?
You don't look particularly dangerous.
Tell her that I look.
Hey, is that Mr. Big?
What, if this is about the runs, I have no runs.
Yeah, really tough.
Not funny. And the number 1 thing not to do at an anime convention. Hockey is not a substitute for dinner. Seriously, hockey does not count as a meal. Let's face it, people, it's a breadstick with chocolate on it. And not a lot of chocolate either. I mean, even McDonald's is a better choice, and that's not even real meat.
Yeah, it's cardboard. It's not even real cardboard.
Well, anyhow. So, all right, next guest. Authors, yes, authors. When you think of anime, the things that come to mind are voice actors, illustrators, directors, that sort of thing. Authors don't normally appear in the list, but that doesn't mean they're not a part of the fandom. Our next guest is an author who takes many of his creative cues from the styles and the physics-defying action commonly found in anime, Mr. Robert Aldrich. Robert, it has been a long time since you've been on the stage at AnimeUSA. How's it feel to be back?
Last time I was on trial, so it feels...
Yes, I remember that. That was great. Good
It
times.
was very unsettling.
So what projects have you been working on since last we saw you?
I have 2 new books here that I will be selling, Rust for the Wicked and Sam FL. I'm also taking pre-orders for my 3rd book with my publisher called Rakaiju, which is about a girl taming Godzilla with a guitar. I'll just leave that one alone.
I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah, it does.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience? Maybe talk about an idea of what you have going on during the weekend.
Tonight I'm holding a class on how the Meiji era in Japan helped shape the world we live in. I'll be talking about the influences of judo and World War II and all those fun things. Yay! Tomorrow I'm teaching an intro to martial arts class. Come dressed in something you feel comfortable moving in, but previous experience is not necessary. I'm doing the top 10 episodes of Transformers. I completely forgot everything else. Writing 101, which will be a series of myth-busting vignettes about writing and what it means to be a writer in the modern literary industry. And then on Sunday, I'm talking about the 10 of the best American-made anime series or anime-similar series that there are. Yes!
Robert Aldrich, everyone.
Thank you very much.
As you can probably guess, I'm a big fan of unorthodox clothing, costumes, and the like. I'm sure there are a bunch of people in our audience today who feel the same way. Our next guest is AnimeUSA's way of not only celebrating that fandom, but keeping you all a chance to dig in and learn more about it. We have with us a very noteworthy cosplayer who has been active in costuming, judging, and instructing the community since 2007. A big advocate of keeping cosplay fun and inclusive for everyone, and a commercial pattern designer. Please welcome Ms. Mango's Cyrene.
Hello, Cyrene. Welcome to the show. I think it's pretty fantastic that, as accomplished as you are, you fought off the temptation of elitism and focused a lot on teaching and trying to help all the new people getting into cosplay. Were there any cosplayers out there who gave you similar help and support when you were starting?
Really, I've always, I'm going to date myself a little bit, but I started following Cupcake Cosplay, Kamui, when she was starting out, Yaya, so everyone who's like kind of a current senpai was still one of my senpais too.
Okay, very nice.
I have a question about a few videos I saw on your YouTube. In addition to just cosplay advice and education, you decided to make the jump into cooking lessons. I'm sure we can all see that connections there. Tell us a bit more about why you decided to go down that avenue.
I'm kind of like the Pinterest white girl, so I really enjoy things like cooking and baking, and being able to incorporate my love of cosplay in that has just been really fun. It's kind of an excuse for me to play around with different video styles, and I really like teaching and educating, so it's a little bit different sort of educating as opposed to sewing, but it's still really fun.
Well, it's really great to have you here, and I'm sure our audience is really looking forward to seeing and hearing everything you have to teach over the weekend. Is there anything else you'd like to say to everyone?
Basically, come to my panels. I'm going to be talking about a lot of the intro to cosplay topics, such as cosplay planning, how to brand and market yourself if you want to pursue cosplay as a career. We're going to be doing a panel on skit performances tomorrow, and then I'll also be hosting a late night slumber party from 1 a.m. to 2:30 on Saturday night, and we'll be playing things like MASH, Telephone, Never Have I Ever, and Would You Rather, and it will be 18 plus.
Very nice.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for being here. Make us sound good again.
We're trying to wear pretty costumes too.
What do you mean you should wear pretty costumes? You have that cute police uniform you wear all the time.
Ha ha, don't call me cute.
Sorry. I suppose all that's left is to move on to our voice actors then.
Hey, Nick.
Hi there. I suppose you'll be helping me with the guests as well?
We're not that slow. Besides, quality takes time. Just ask Flash.
Yeah, really, everyone knows there's nothing like an entertaining show.
Vicious.
Okay, if that's the way you want to play it.
Oh, he's getting dead serious, ladies and gentlemen.
This just got interesting.
All right, our first guest has an amazing list of credits. Think you can keep up? Oh, okay then. Kitsune and Air Gear, Akasha and Corpse Princess, Kenichi and Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple, Koichi and Line Barrels of Iron, Billy and One